the TaylorMade SIM2 versus the Stealth 2. Look, is the upgrade actually worth it? Or is the older SIM2 just the smarter buy right now? One has that famous titanium face everyone completely fell in love with, and the other rocks that bold red carbon face TaylorMade swears is better in literally every possible way.
But here's the thing. The right answer? It is not the same for every golfer. Honestly, a lot of guys out there are about to drop the wrong money on the wrong driver. I'm Jake, the everyday golfer.
And I'm Mike, the data guy. We are putting these two head-to-head right now, but we are absolutely not revealing the winner just yet. You cannot skip this one because your wallet and your scorecard are depending on it. Welcome to Golf Gear Showdown, where we put real golf gear head-to-head so everyday American golfers can make smarter buying decisions.
All right, picture this perfectly relatable scenario. You're standing right there in the local golf shop. Both of these drivers are sitting on the rack right in front of you, and you have to pick one. You're completely agonizing over whether you should save some real cash on a beautifully used SIM2, or if you should just pay up for that shiny Stealth 2 carbon tech. Pick wrong, and you either waste cash on something you really didn't need, or you cheap out and completely lose your confidence on the first tee of your Saturday Muni. Man, we have all been there.
So here is the official fight card. We're battling through distance, forgiveness, accuracy and feel, price and value, best fit, and finally, the verdict.
And listen, stick around for that price and value round. It's waiting for us in round 5, and I'm telling you, it might completely surprise you. Let's get right into it.
Kicking things off with rounds 1 and 2, distance and forgiveness. This is exactly where my raw data and Jake's real-world course experience are about to collide. All right, round 1 is distance. Now, to really understand the data here, we have to look at the design intent. The SIM2 is built with that traditional titanium face. If you flush it dead center, it just cranks out massive ball speed. But the Stealth 2 leans on its carbon face to save a bunch of weight up top, which lowers the center of gravity. TaylorMade takes that saved weight, redistributes it, and gives you a slightly higher launch and way more stability. So for slower to medium swing speeds, that translates to a much more consistent carry number. Okay, but let me challenge you there with the real golfer perspective, Mike. Because honestly, the distance difference on a perfect dead center strike is way smaller than the marketing hype makes it sound. If you absolutely flush it, the SIM2 is right there neck and neck. But, and this is a massive but, if you're an average golfer who misses all around the face all day long like me and my buddies, the Stealth 2 tends to hold its distance much better on those bad strikes. So I am giving round 1 to the Stealth 2, but only if you are an inconsistent ball striker. Which leads us right into round 2, forgiveness. When you pull the head cover off out on the actual course, this is the category that could change your entire buying decision. Now, the SIM2 is forgiving for its generation, there's no doubt about that, but the Stealth 2 was specifically tuned to help slicers and off-center hitters. The massive weight savings from that carbon face let TaylorMade push way more mass low and deep into the back of the club head. So the big question is, will this actually help a 15 to 25 handicapper? Absolutely yes, it will. Pushing that mass low and back usually means a lot less twisting on mishits, and that gives you a much tighter shot pattern. So for the everyday player whose timing gets totally thrown off, you know, the guy who hits it off the toe on one swing and the heel on the next, the Stealth 2 definitively wins round 2. It just offers much cleaner misses and way less punishment for bad swings. But hold on, before you decide to run out and buy one, listen up. Round 3 is the one most golfers completely overlook, and it might just be the single most important round in this entire showdown. Let's get right into section 2, accuracy, feel, and looks. Because look, golf is played between the ears just as much as it's played on the grass. Round 3 is accuracy and control, and man, this is where it gets highly debated. So the SIM2 actually has a slightly more workable feel for golfers who really like to shape their shots. Say you need to hit a high draw around a tight dogleg, the SIM2 gives you a little more feedback and a bigger reward when you nail it.
Yeah, true, but the Stealth 2 plays so much straighter for most everyday golfers, especially the standard model. So I think we have to split the win here. The Stealth 2 takes it for mid-handicappers who just want the ball to stop curving so much and stay in the fairway. But the SIM2 wins for the highly skilled players who actually want to shape the ball on purpose.
All right, round 4, feel, sound, and looks. Dialing this in on the driving range is huge. Feel is obviously personal, but your confidence at address directly impacts your stroke, and that flat out sells golf shots. If a club makes you nervous when you look down at it, that is costing you strokes before you even take the club back. Looking at the design specs, the SIM2 gives you that classic, muted, solid titanium thwack. It feels incredibly dense and powerful. The Stealth 2, with that carbon face, gives a slightly higher, sharper crack at impact. Honestly, some say it sounds just a little bit hollow compared to the SIM2. And looking down at a dress, the SIM2 is super traditional, while the Stealth 2 rocks that highly polarizing bold red face. You either absolutely love it or it distracts the heck out of you. Because of that, we are calling round 4 a pure tie. It comes entirely down to your own personal preference between that dense titanium feel and the bold red carbon look. All right, moving into round 5, price and pure value. This is exactly where the cheaper option makes its biggest move of the showdown.
Breaking down the pure value, the Stealth 2 is newer, so it obviously still commands a premium price tag, whether you buy it brand new or lightly used. But the SIM2, it has seen a massive price drop on the used market. You can find them in incredible shape for a fraction of the cost.
Right, exactly. So you really have to ask yourself, are you getting that much more driver for the extra cash with the Stealth 2? For a casual weekend player, probably not. But for a mid-handicapper grinding every single week to break 90, that modern forgiveness might actually be worth paying the premium.
But wait, here is the absolute biggest buying mistake we see constantly. Guys fall right into the marketing hype trap. They chase the newest tech, they spend top dollar on a red face, and they entirely ignore the shaft. Listen, a beautifully used SIM2 with the correct shaft fitted specifically for your swing, say a custom Fujikara Ventus or a Project X HSRD use, will absolutely outperform a brand new Stealth 2 driver that has the wrong flex or weight in it. Seriously, do not skip the shaft fitting. And because of that massive price gap on the used market, we have to clearly declare the round 5 winner. This SIM2 takes it by a mile on pure value. It is undeniably the smart money pick for the weekend golfer who's only playing 10 to 20 rounds a year. Okay, now here is the part where we tell you exactly who should buy each one of these drivers. And I promise you, one of these answers is definitely going to surprise you. Welcome to round 6, best fit by golfer. We are going to rapid fire through specific player profiles and assign the perfect driver to each one.
Buy the SIM2 if you are a value hunter, you're a generally good ball striker, and you prefer traditional tech. It really rewards faster swings and good, solid contact.
On the flip side, buy the Stealth 2 if you are a chronic slicer, an inconsistent striker, and you just need an easier launch. It is an absolute lifesaver for slower swing speeds and guys who are constantly fighting a two-way miss.
Running through the rest of the golfers real quick, for complete beginners, we say lean towards the Stealth 2 if your budget allows for the extra forgiveness, but grab the SIM2 if you're trying to play smart money.
Yep, and for mid-handicappers, the Stealth 2 takes the win because that forgiveness gap really shows up there.
And for the distance chasers, honestly, it's actually a push. It depends entirely on your strike quality. The raw distance gap is just way smaller than the commercials suggest. All right, it is time for the final verdict. We're handing out the definitive trophies for this showdown.
Here are your final awards. Best overall goes to the Stealth 2, simply due to the newer tech and better forgiveness for the vast majority of everyday golfers. Best for forgiveness, that also goes to the Stealth 2. But best value, that goes straight to the SIM2. And the grand prize for the absolute smartest buy in 2026? We are crowning the used SIM2. Period. Look, if you already own a SIM2 and you strike it well, do not upgrade. The gap just isn't big enough. But if you slice constantly, this Stealth 2 is 100% your answer. So now we really want to hear from you. Which one are you actually putting in the bag? Drop a comment below with your exact handicap and your usual miss, and Mike and I will personally reply with which driver we'd recommend for your specific game. If this showdown helped you make a smarter decision, make sure to follow along for more. We'll see you in the next Golf Gear